Um, that was LeBron James coming up to me, unexpectedly, I might add, to confront me about making sure that I mind what I say. Can't repeat the words because they ain't suited for FCC airwaves. That's what he was doing.
Man. So in today's video, we got to talk about LeBron James confronting Stephen A. Smith face to face. And I got to salute LeBron for doing this. And the reason why is because Kenyon Martin made it publicly clear a long time ago how you need to check Stephen A. Smith.
Yeah. Like sometimes, man, like I like Stephen A., but sometimes, man, like he overstepped his boundaries. You know, we understand you're getting paid to have an opinion, but sometimes your opinion is always not the best time to fucking say it. Right. Man, like you don't do that, man. Like right. you on that platform, man, and you're using it for that, man. Like that's who Stephen A. is, though. Like if you put him in his place, not socially and all that, welcome to him, grown man. Like I trust me. I didn't put him in his place, so don't.
What do you mean, like y'all?
Like when I was up for money, when I was playing for the Nets, I was up for my contract. He made a little statement, this little article, what I should be asking for, what I'm worth, this, that, and third. I saw him in Puerto Rico. I walked up on it. Like, nigga, I motherfucking dare you, bro. Like, you don't know me. You don't know how I grew up. Like, so, no, it's like when you, if it's said and you got a problem with it, then approach him. That's my thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to approach him and I'm going to get it out there. So that's just my thing. That's why I handle the situation. But no, he dead ass wrong for that.
When I had watched this video clip last night, I was zooming into it to try to see if I can see what LeBron James was saying to Stephen A. Smith. And I knew exactly what he was saying to Stephen A. because he said the name Bronny James, which obviously that's his son, right? So LeBron James pulled up to Stephen A. Smith, confronted him for talking about his son publicly. Let's check out some of the stuff Stephen A. Smith has said about Bronny James. Let's check out this clip right here.
You know, I was on First Take, my day job on ESPN earlier this morning, and I spoke about this, and I felt the need to elaborate even further because a couple of people text me and pissed me off, and they know who they are. People close to LeBron James talking to me about questioning him as a father. Come on, y'all. I mean, it's gotten to a point where this LeBron sensitivity is just beyond the pale. Because the reality is that we got to be real about what we're seeing when we talk about Bronny James. I think the kid will be in the NBA one day. I watched him in the G League doing this thing. I think he's going to be fine eventually. But that's not the case yet. And because it's not the case yet, and then you see some of these numbers, I do find myself looking at LeBron James instead of Bronny James. But you see what you see. Bronny James has played in 13 NBA games. Ladies and gentlemen, he's averaging 0.3 points, 0.3 assists, and 0.4 rebounds. He shot 1 for 16 from the field in his NBA career and 0 for 7 from three-point range. And he's playing in the first quarter of an NBA game? Really? But come on. Do you want it this way? LeBron? Do you want it this way, Rich Paul? Do you want it this way?
Okay, so that's what Stephen A. Smith said about Bronny James on this podcast. And it's not to mention the other things that he has said on Bronny James on ESPN First Take, right? So you got to think on top of everything Stephen A. has been saying about LeBron. Remember, on ESPN, he was pretty much saying that he's holding himself back from exposing LeBron James.
That's the BS that needs to be called in the carpet. Play basketball, handle your business, save the lecture for other people when you're fed off of it all of these years. Oh, he's a master. He ain't coming in front of the camera and saying all of that. But behind the scenes, oh my Lord, you talk about somebody that know how to stir the cup. That brother is a master, an absolute master. But in front of the camera, it's not that big of a deal. Behind the camera, talking among, sifting through all the relationships that he has. Trust me, I'm telling you what I know. The things that I could say, the things that I could say.
Stephen A.
Oh my God.
Don't do it.
So that's exactly the reason why LeBron finally checked Stephen A. And I got to salute LeBron James for that, because Stephen A. Smith has been running his mouth way too long. And like Kenyon Martin said, you have to check him face to face for this guy to stop. And now look, Stephen A. went live on ESPN First Take, responding to him getting checked by LeBron James, and his entire tune has changed. And this makes sense. I knew something happened between LeBron and Stephen A. because Stephen A. has kind of changed his tune when he has been commentating about LeBron James. Now all of a sudden he's saying, oh yeah, LeBron James is the GOAT of longevity. He's just been giving out more compliments than his same backhand compliments he's been doing for the past 5 years. So let's check out what Stephen A. Smith said in response to him being checked by LeBron James live on ESPN First Take. Let's check out this clip right here.
That was LeBron James coming up to me, unexpectedly, I might add, to confront me about making sure that I mind what I say about his son. Can't repeat the words because they ain't suited for FCC airwaves. That's what he was doing. I thought long and hard about this over the last few hours because I had no intentions, Molly, of talking about this at all.
Yeah.
And the reason why is because it was a one-on-one, I wouldn't say a conversation, but it was a one-on-one confrontation. But then I wake up and everybody from ESPN and my agent and everybody else were sending me that this thing had gone viral. And so ultimately it was unavoidable, and that is why I have to discuss it now. That wasn't a basketball player confronting me. That was a parent. That was a father. And I can't sit here and be angry or feel slighted by LeBron James in any way in that regard. By all accounts, he's obviously a wonderful family man and a wonderful father who cares very, very deeply about his son. And based on some of the comments that he had heard, or shall I say, I think he thought he heard, he clearly took exception to some of the things that he heard me say, and he confronted me about it. For the record, his agent and friend, Rich Paul, has my number. Maverick Carter, who works under him, has my number. LeBron James knows how to get in contact with me if he wanted to. He never called, because had he called and wanted to talk to me, I would have accepted that call. Had he wanted to see me, I would have flown out and I would have seen him and I would have had a conversation man to man. But that is not what he elected to do. Instead, he elected to confront me while I was sitting courtside. Ari Emanuel, the head of William Morris Endeavor, one of the agencies that represents me, along with Larry David, was sitting courtside. I was with them for the game. And he walked right up to me and he said what he had to say. And apparently he feels like I was slighting his son.
Okay, so that's what Stephen A. Smith said in response to LeBron James checking him face to face. I would like for you guys to get in the comment section, tell me your thoughts about today's video. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well. That really does help support my YouTube channel. Catch you guys on the next one, and we out, guys. Peace.